I was 22 years old when I heard my mother say I love you for the first time. 22, dressed in a white tee, basketball shorts, and some sneakers. Perfect for the occasion. And it didn't hit me until she said it. Those words felt new to my ears, and this is my mother speaking. As she looked as if she was releasing hate stored up from a small child. You ever seen someone say I love you in pain? Face twisted up in shame, regrets, neglect. Neglect your kids with words, no with a verb. And as the words left her mouth, I realized it's been a long time coming. My mother has spent the last 44 years of her life running from her past. But how can you say I love you if no one has ever told you those same words and truly meant it, even to your kids? I know this sounds wild, but I was my mother's 5th child. Grew up on free lunch programs, pissy mattress, and hand-me-downs. The last one, coming from a mother who thought her actions was a way of showing love. She said don't speak it, because if you speak it, then you don't mean it. Words fade like days gone. She said since day one, my life has went in the wrong direction. Son, sit down, let me tell you a little bit about my past. She said I was a seed that was thrown on the road, but still managed to grow. She said my mother's love lasted 9 months. She then aborted me to my father's family. She had a man to go chase, and none of her 7 kids was going to stand in his place. She said I had the unfortunate fate of having my vagina experience what it felt to be a woman before its time. Rape was something my uncle did to start his morning, and my sister was younger than I was, but his morning favorite. I would put myself in her place. This was my first way of showing love, giving back, living in a family that was just us two. You see, I didn't know any better, but no one was keeping 7 kids that wasn't theirs together. She said my mother finally returned only to say all of her kids she did not love. So at the age of 14, I decided to have my own to replace that love I thought she had for me never was. She said I finally accomplished my mission, only to have my mother trap me, place my young boy into the system. I never again seen his face. So for the next 6 years, I had 4 more to try to take his place. 21, 4 kids, the projects, 2 jobs, but I was showing love, giving back with hard work, commitment, and sweat. And look, before me today you stand, a grown man, raised by a woman, alone. Nobody, just me. You know, my faint smile tried to cover the tears I felt for my mother. Then I realized it had been 22 years and I never said I loved her. Assumed my action was a way of showing love, sowing that very seed that if you speak it, then you don't mean it. So here I stand, 22 years old, dressed in a white tee, basketball shorts, and some sneakers. Perfect for the occasion. Because I vowed from that point on, I would run to her. Every step I took, she would know I cared. I quickened my pace. I gave her a new name. You see, I called her love. I made her love. I made her forget about how things once was. I told her if rape was your fate, then I am your destiny, your pride and joy. From a boy to a man who understands everything his mother has been through and still standing. Still standing. Shaky but still stable, able and capable of returning love. So I will enjoy those I love yous in pain, face twisted up in shame, regrets, neglect, but out of respect, I just smile like that. I just smile through anything my mother has been through. I smile through fire and rain. Fire, you get burned. After 30 years, her young boy returned. I smiled like that. When she finally put her uncle behind bars for rape, I smiled like that. So there I stood, 22 years old, dressed in a white tee, basketball shorts, and some sneakers. Perfect for the occasion.